Welcome back. The Commonwealth Youth Forum provides an opportunity for the young people of the Commonwealth to build cross-cultural connections and networks, deliberate on youth-led initiatives addressing emerging issues impacting young people. Thus, the Ministry of Youth and Sport, with its stakeholders, are attending the Commonwealth Youth Forum, proceeding to the Commonwealth Head of Government meeting in the South Pacific. I'm now joined by Dr. Kantema, the Deputy Minister of Youth and Sports, to elaborate further for us. Doctor, good evening and welcome to the Daily Roundup.
Good evening, Nina, and thank you for having me.
Dr. Kantema, how effectively does the Commonwealth Youth Forum ensure that Namibian young voices are represented?
And Nina, thank you for the question, because it's very important, especially for the young people in Namibia, to know how are their voices, how are their needs, their aspirations filtered through this very important forum. Now, to start off with my response, I just want to take us a step back. In 2023, when the Commonwealth Heads of Government meeting convened in Rwanda, the government heads of states then declared the year of 2023 as a year of youth. So you can already see the emphasis that the Commonwealth heads of governments are placing to ensure that the youth issues that confronts the young people are elevated to the level of heads of government. Now, in terms of member states, which Namibia is one of them, at this Commonwealth Youth Forum, we are required to delegate to what they call national delegates in order to respond just to your question, to ensure that the voices of Namibian youth are heard, the issues that confront Namibian youth are also shared at these platforms. And with that, we currently have with us two young people who were delegated by National Youth Council. We have Luciana Kambala, and we also have Nadia, who's then representing the young people. So these national delegates form part of all the discussions. When there are elections held, they form part of this exercise. So this is how we are ensuring that member states, in fact, do own these engagements. Now, I have good news to share. The Youth Forum also saw an installation of a new Commonwealth Youth Council, which is your highest decision-making body for the youth at the Commonwealth. Elections were held earlier this year, where we saw one of our young lady, she participated and she emerged successful. So yesterday, she was also inaugurated amongst the other Commonwealth Youth Council. So we are very happy to have, representing a region of Africa, a young person from Namibia, Rosie Shanek. So she will now form part of the Commonwealth Youth Council, representing an entire region of Africa. So for us, this was a milestone. It's an exciting endeavor that she has engaged in. And as a ministry, we are committed to ensure that her tenure is really one that offers her that experience, that exposure to groom leaders. Because essentially, that's why we have a National Youth Council, we have this Commonwealth Youth Council as an avenue to groom young leaders in order for them to partake in decision-making forums. And for us, this is really good news to share.
Indeed it is, and of course congratulations to Rosie Shanik from us here as well. But furthermore, Dr. Kantema, what strategies will be implemented to ensure that the commitments made at this forum are followed up and translated into actionable programs in Namibia?
Well, firstly, the Commonwealth Youth Forum, it's taking place preceding the CHOGOM, which is the Commonwealth Head of Government meeting that will take place this Friday. So with those discussions and the recommendations, these are the actions that are being translated, and it will be elevated and tabled at this upcoming meeting of heads of government, pardon me. And these are some of the ways how we ensure that it's streamlined in the policies. It then becomes programs of the Commonwealth that member states can benefit from. Now, at ministerial level, ours is consistently to look at what are the best ways that we can empower our young people in terms of policies, in terms of programming, and in terms of exposure for our young people to have even a more wider network that they can grow from. Because when you look at the youth forum, it discussed a number of issues that affect young people, including issues on digital, when it comes to entrepreneurs, including issues on climate change, because we know that young people are the catalyst of change. We want young people to position themselves to be the forerunners in terms of championing initiatives that really mitigate the issues of climate change. Because when it comes to climate change, again, young people are disproportionately affected, and we are talking about issues of sustainability. We've just returned from the Summit of the Future that Namibia championed, and with that pact, for us, we are really looking at this forum as one way for us to continue championing the implementation of the pact. And really for us is to look at these issues and to see how does it then inspire the programs that we offer to the young people. So the forum really discussed all the pertinent issues, including issues of leadership, issues of partnership, which is very, very key. When you look at the pact, it also advocates for multilateralism, issues of climate change, as I indicated, and just all the holistic, even issues of mental health. There was a whole plenary session on mental health, looking at the entire state of well-being, starting from physical health, emotional, and spiritual being. So it really covers a whole range of spectrum, what young people require in order for them to unleash their potential and to contribute to the goals of our countries, the national goals, to the high-level goals at Commonwealth and at the SDG level as well.
Just lastly, Dr. Kantema, how can partnerships between the Commonwealth and local Namibian youth organizations be, strengthened to enhance the impact of the forum's initiatives?
Starting off as the National Youth Council, they are a member again, as I mentioned. The Commonwealth Youth Council that now has a member who's representing Africa region. All these are avenues for us to strengthen our partnership. And also the Commonwealth Youth Forum really is advocating for youth organizations to form part of this broader network, because with that network you are able to tap into existing programs, you are able to connect. Now we are talking about global village, and you can only do so when you have accessibility. And these are some of the initiatives that the Commonwealth Youth Forum is advocating for. And we are really happy to be part of these discussions, and our young people are participating, our young people are connecting, as the theme of the Commonwealth Youth Forum was to engage young people, to equip the young people, and to empower the young people.
Dr. Kantema, we do appreciate that. Of course, it's very early in up here, somewhere this morning, 5 a.m., I think you said. So we really appreciate your time and taking time out to speak to us this evening.
Thank you very much, Nina, for having me.
That was Dr. Emma Kantema zooming us from Apia, Samoa, briefly talking to us, of course, about the Commonwealth Youth Forum currently taking place over there. It's almost time to say goodbye, and we'll have some entertainment after this brief break. Stay with us.